Hey you guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Of course I'm back. I'm YouTube famous now. Oh my God, you guys. YouTube is in like this whirlwind over Trisha Paytas and Shawn Vanderwalt and their breakup. And is it real? Is it not real? Is it fake? Is it all made up? Is it entertainment? Is she a liar? Let's talk about it, okay? Because everybody in the world had to put their 2 cents out there, and so I thought, well, what the hell, I'll put my 2 cents out there too. And I actually texted Trisha last night, and I said, hey girl, would you be upset if I made this video, blah, 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 whatever. And she didn't respond to me, and I thought, well, I'm gonna do this in a real classy way because that's how it needs to be done anyway, so I don't think she'll probably be upset with me. But I have, since I posted, well, since the whole thing with Trisha happened where she broke down on Snapchat about finding, somebody sent her Shawn's Snapchat of Shawn dancing and going up to the sky and all this kind of stuff, whatever. I mean, like, not a lot of evidence in that, but that's just my 2 cents. I mean, I'd have to, I don't know. I mean, I would want to see the pictures of my husband fucking somebody for me to take stock and all that kind of stuff. But, and that's what I told her when we talked, because we did talk, and I'm going to talk about that in a second. And I said, girl, I said, this may be nothing, okay? Let's not jump to conclusions, whatever. But I can understand being that upset about it. So what happened was she put these Snapchats up, and then because she was responding to it, and she really couldn't get any attention from him, like he wouldn't respond to anything, so she didn't know what was true, what wasn't true. And then she made, 3 videos or something that night and whatever. So I texted her after I saw the snaps, and I said, hey babe, saw the snaps, are you okay? If you want to talk, we can talk. I'm here for you. And I didn't hear from her, so I watched the videos because I hadn't seen the videos yet, and literally, you guys, because people know that I'm friends with Trisha, my Snapchat, my Twitter, everything was going crazy. People were like, I'm so worried about Trisha. I'm so worried about Trisha. Please reach out to Trisha. She needs you now. She needs you now. I'm like, I reached out to her. What do you want me to do? So later that night, Trisha called me, and we talked for about an hour and a half on the phone. And I'm not going to talk about all the things that we talked about, but I will tell you that for somebody to fake 2 hours of a conversation where they're bawling their eyes out the majority of the time, and I mean hysterical bawling, okay? Like, what you see on camera is nothing how she was with me. I mean, distraught, okay? And what's interesting is that you guys only see like a piece of our lives. You don't see like the phone calls that go on behind, the scenes and all that kind of stuff. And, the conversations with your husband or boyfriend where you're like, do you care if I post this on Instagram? And they're like, we would prefer if you didn't. Or the family members that say, please don't post a picture of my son because I don't want my son getting all that kind of attention, things like that. Like, that's part of this whole gig, right? Is that, like, I always ask my sister-in-law and my brother-in-law, do you care if I post, like, my nephew Lito's dancing and whatever? And they're like, no, it's fine, So that all goes on behind the scenes, and there's a lot of those kind of conversations. Well, let me tell you, when Trisha and I first talked, the very first conversation we had was from about 1 to 5 a.m. one morning, and literally it was like, I mean, can you imagine the two of us on the phone together? It was haphazard, okay, at best. It was craziness. And and it was not a lot about YouTube. It was a lot about her life and a lot about my life. And, we talked extensively about her relationship with Shawn in regards to past relationships of mine and my relationship. And is he gay? Is he not gay? Is he bisexual? Is he not bisexual? All the claims that people put out there, what she thinks about it, all this stuff. We had a very real conversation, okay? Now, let's just think back on this for a second for everybody that's saying that she's faking it, which she may be. This may be the best entertainment stunt on YouTube in years. Who knows? Because the girl's gotten a hell of a lot of views off these videos that she posted, and I'm going to talk about that in a second. So if the whole thing is made up, give it to her. She's a smart cookie. She knows what she's doing, okay? Because listen, December on YouTube is a great month to post these crazy videos, and everybody's doing it right now. Like, Joey Graceffa posted some video of a ring, or said he asked me what, or something insinuating that they got engaged. And, like, everybody does it this month. It's like, because people are getting out of college, and who watches YouTube the most? Like, people that are in college. So all you college people, woo! Exams are over, baby! Exams are over! So anyway, you made it! But like college kids watch a lot of YouTube, and then like, you know, a lot of other people are like getting out of like work for Christmas, and so like this is a big month for a lot of people to watch YouTube videos. So it would be smart if you were going to do something like this to do it in this month, right? Especially on a Saturday night late into a Sunday to get everybody all wrapped up in, oh my God, what's going on with Trisha and Sean? It would be a genius marketing move, okay? So, but even more genius than that would be that she would have to get a YouTuber that everybody knew that they were friends and make a calculated, manipulative move where she had a 4-hour conversation with him weeks before, 4 or 5 weeks ago, where she told intricate details of their relationship that could back up the story. And that's what our conversation was. We had a very intricate conversation. We talked about Sean's parents. We talked about Sean's history. We talked about why Sean didn't necessarily always want his life to be on camera, why this whole YouTube thing is an issue for him, which was very similar to how my husband felt about a lot of this. And so as we're having this conversation, I'm asking her for advice. Like, I don't know what to say when Alex is like, I don't want to be on camera today. Like, I'm not in the mood. And I'm like, okay, you know, that's cool, but when can we do it? And you know, it's because everybody's like, oh, we love Alex, we love Alex, we love Alex. So like, it's like, how do you have that conversation without it negatively affecting your relationship? We had a very real conversation about it, okay? You know, there's a lot of their relationship that Trisha never put on camera, ever. Never put on Instagram, never put anywhere, that she told me about. Like, she had no reason to do that. And let me just tell you, in that 4 to 5 hour first conversation, that girl told me some crazy shit, okay? So if I was to take to camera and talk about all of the stories that she told me and did some Trisha Paytas exposed video, which would blow your fucking minds, because we all have a few secrets, right? And what she said was, I trust you, I'm gonna tell you this stuff. And she did. And I mean, like, I'm not gonna get on here and do that, but like, I could totally sit on here on camera and make some bashing video about Trisha and all these things that she told me. And trust when I tell you this, it's 10 times more interesting than her breakup with Sean. It just is. So if she was gonna do some big, huge deal about this, she could do it about so many other things. The girl's had kind of a crazy life, which a lot of it she's talked about on camera. But in looking back, I was like, because, listen, I mean, I love her, you know, you guys know that, but it's hard to watch all these videos come out and go, is this contrived? I mean, you know, you even do kind of wonder to yourself. So when we were talking on the phone, you know, she's on and on and on. She doesn't know how to handle a situation. I felt horrible for her, okay? For anybody to go through that, and I've had a lot of friends, I've worked with a lot of clients whose husbands or wives have come out, okay? Or have hidden it, and then it comes to the, you know, whatever. They're gay on the DL, or they're bisexual on the DL, or, you know, maybe they knew that their partners were bisexual, but they, you know, didn't really want to accept it, or whatever, you know? And the thing is that, like, this is all, like, this whole thing about Sean and being gay versus being bisexual and all this kind of stuff, you guys, there are bisexual people that are able to be attracted to men and to women and to have healthy relationships with one or the other, okay? Like, that is a real thing. And so a lot of these videos that are being made, I feel like, are very derogatory towards the bisexual community. I don't really understand it. Like saying he's not bisexual, he's gay. Well, I'm not okay with that. Like, I don't think that's cool that people are saying that. You know, maybe Sean is bisexual and had a very real relationship with Trisha, went out, had a couple drinks, was feeling his oats, and snuggled up to some guy for a night. It doesn't mean he's having a love affair with him, but I don't know. I'm not gonna sit on here and act like I know the ins and outs of West Hollywood, because I don't, and I can't stand the people that act like they do. Y'all know who you are, and you don't know. Listen, in anything in life, there's their story, my story, and the truth, okay? And that's the same way with Trisha and Sean. There's Trisha's side, there's Sean's side, and then there's the truth. And I'm not saying that either one of them's lying. I'm saying that our stories get kind of confused because we don't know how to respond. And that's what she kept on saying to me. She was like, I just don't know what to do. I just don't know what to do. I just don't know what to do. I love his family. I love him. You know, I just don't know what to do. And she was almost kind of manic, which is how somebody would respond in a situation like that, okay? She shares her life with you. So we had this conversation for an hour, and I said, you know, girl, I'm very, very worried about you, blah, blah, blah. And she settled down a little bit. And I said, now I'm going to ask you this. let's go back to my Sanders Kennedy video when I said about Patrick Starr that if he was really that good of a Judy interviewer with him, he would have said, now Patrick, I love you, but what's going on between you and Manny, right? So let me just spill the tea. So after about an hour of talking to Trisha, I said, girl, you know I love you, okay? And I believe you all day long this is going on. But you just dropped 10 videos in a row at 10 o'clock on a Saturday night. You have got YouTube all up in an uproar about this whole thing, and everybody's going to wake up this tomorrow morning being completely consumed with what is going on with Trisha Paytas. If you just dropped a Beyonce, boom, one album all at once, I wouldn't hate you for it. It might be the most genius move you've ever made on YouTube, okay? And if she did that, and if she pulled one over on everybody, it's not that we should hate her for it. Baby, she's an amazing entertainer. She knows the gig, okay? She's got it all figured out. But she swore up and down to me. She's like, Peter, I swear to you, that's not what I did. That's not what this is. She was like, I want these videos out there because they mean a lot to me. There are a lot of the videos that Sean and I did together. She was like, I love Sean. She was like, I don't know what to do. She's like, and I really believe, because I had never released a video talking about all of the stuff that we had talked about, nor will I ever release a video talking about all the stuff that we talked about, nor will I ever release a video about anybody that I have a private conversation with, because that's between me and them. I will never release that video. But she obviously trusted me enough to know that I wouldn't get on camera and say, she told me she's faking it, okay? I mean, she trusts me enough that she knows that I wouldn't do that. So why wouldn't she have just told me, Peter, the whole thing's an attention-seeking publicity stunt? Totally, it's all fake, right? I mean, a month ago when we were talking, she was talking about me and Alex flying out to Las Vegas to meet up with Sean because Sean's doing stuff with the Share show out there in January, okay? We talked about her, where she's moving next, and if Sean or not moving in. I mean, these are details that, like, she would have had to been the most calculating, manipulative person in the world, and a lot of you are probably like, yep, that's her. But why would she waste 4 hours of her time for me to make a 6 or 7 minute video validating that when I'm nobody on YouTube? Like, she doesn't need that. Like, I mean, she doesn't. It's not like she's gonna lose a lot of subscribers over this anyway. People are just eating it up, and if you watch the videos, my lord, the girls get so many views. So I believe her, you know? And like I said before, either the whole thing's true, either the thing's kinda true, or the whole thing's completely fake. I don't really care either way. I mean, you know, I'll support her in whatever she did. I mean, I think that, listen, there are so many fake relationships on YouTube that you guys don't even know about. There are so many contrived relationships that are contractual on YouTube that nobody even knows about. I was talking to my good Judy Charles Gross last night. I said, baby, I'm starting to think that maybe we're the only two real ones on here. But anyway, except for Bitchin' and Eatin', I watched their mukbang thing last night. I love them. Thank you for my shout out, girls. But anyway, you know, listen, we talked the other night. She'll be fine. You know, I saw that she tweeted out that she's got some therapy sessions set up, which is good for her, and that she had a good friend coming over to visit her. And that's what I said to her. I said, don't you have somebody to come over and talk to? I said, I'm more concerned about your well-being now. I said, call me if you need me. She reached out to me, so if she needed me, she called me. I think she's gonna be okay, you know? It's not the girl's first breakup. It won't be her last for any of us, you know? She'll be fine, right? But I don't know why everybody has to take to YouTube and Twitter and just drag her right now. If this is 100% true, why would you kick somebody when they're down? I think that is the cruelest shit in the world, okay? To say, I told you so, you should have known better, I feel ya, whatever. She gonna be fine. Trisha Paytas, she's gonna be okay. She's an okay gal. She's gonna be A-okay. As for me, well, who knows? Glitch. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.